Hello YouTube, Hunley here of EBF Ivan channel and Stone Brothers 15. I would like to take a few moments today of your time to talk about the Sig Sauer P250 9mm handgun. Um, I've had this gun probably for about a month now. It's my first gun that I have bought for home defense. I've had another pistol, and it really isn't a home defense pistol. It was more of a target shooting pistol. And I thought it was time to upgrade. So I went with the Sig Sauer P250 9mm because I had several reviews that I watched on this particular handgun, and the reliability of it really kind of impressed me. Also wanted to take a moment to just go over a couple of things about the gun. It's very good for home defense, in my opinion. I've run probably around 300 rounds through this weapon since I bought it. Um, Admittedly, it did have a failure early on when I used the weapon. It had a feed failure, and basically what happened when I was getting ready to start my target shooting, I racked a shell and it did not feed properly. I think that may have been due to user error, so I really can't blame the gun for that. I may not have had the shell properly seated into the clip. It could have also been that the shell did seem to have some sort of dent in it, but that could have been from the feed failure also. Um, Now, in the gun's defense, all I did to correct that was I racked the shell out. The next one went in no problem, and I have had no failures with this weapon at all since that. It is fired fine. It is racked fine. I think I may have just done something wrong because I am very new to the 9mm. This gun is very nice. Um, it is a hammer fire gun, as you can see. Oh, first off, nothing. Okay, and nothing here as well. So just to make sure that everyone knows that I am practicing safely. It does have night sights, and I bought this gun basically for home defense. I don't live in the best part of town here, and the one thing that I really do like about these night sights is the fact that when I put it on the dresser at night and I have it laying there, it is very easy to identify where this firearm is at all times. I roll over and open my eyes at night. I can see these three green dots basically staring back at me, no matter what the light situation is. They're basically three eyes glowing at you all the time. So it's very easy to find. If the situation arises, you can find your weapon, get it loaded, get it ready, and go to work if need be. I hope the need never arises, but I do feel very safe and comfortable with this gun if I do have to. Um, from there, let's go ahead and we'll go through the very easy breakdown of the gun, which is basically the point of this video. It breaks down into four basic parts for cleaning. Go ahead and go over that now. Basically, you will slide your slide back and engage your slide lock like that. Okay. Now, here's the breakdown lever here. Now, all you have to do is basically just turn this all the way like that. Now, to break this gun down for cleaning, all you have to do is just grab the slide, and I'm going to disengage the slide stop here. And be sure, if you own this weapon and you're doing this, do not let your slide go. It will go flying, because now it is to a point where you can actually take this gun down like so. There's the first two parts here. Now, going forward with your cleaning, all you're really going to have to do is there's just two other parts that are going to come out of this that you really need to break down for cleaning. It's going to be your slide spring, which comes out very easily like that. And secondly, your floating barrel within the gun, which you just lift up on it and it comes right out like so as well. and from there you clean it. Now the gun is very easy to clean. It only takes about 10 minutes for me to clean this gun after I've put 100 or so rounds through it. I noticed that it does get dirty pretty quick, but 100 rounds is quite a few key points where you're going to want to make sure that you clean well with this gun. Is there's a channel in here. It's probably very hard to see unless I get the light just right. Yeah, this channel right here does have a lot of buildup in there. You'll need to make sure you clean that out very well. Your rails, anywhere that's going to be a friction point, as you can see, like on this here, a lot of friction right here. Clean that real well, get it oiled nice. Don't overdo it. I never really oil the striker pin here, just because in some other reviews that I've watched, they say if you get it in there, it can gunk it up and cause a failure to fire. So basically I'll oil everything else and kind of leave that as it is and just wipe it out with one of your cotton square pads. You can also use a cotton t-shirt cut up into squares. Also works really good for cleaning this weapon. And then putting it back together is pretty much just as easy pardon me, as it is to take it apart. You will basically just feed your barrel back in like so, and your slide spring, which just kind of sits in there, kind of sits. It's not really, there's nothing, not even a ridge to hold it in, but it stays, very well. Just make sure it's nice and lined up. And then from there, all you're really going to have to look for is on the weapon, on the nitron handle part of the weapon, there are 4, and then here and here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 guides. And you just have to make sure that you slide the barrel right back over those guide points. Get in there. There you go. All right. And from here, you're going to have to push it back again and re-engage that slide stop like that. And the breakdown lever needs to go back into the home position before you do anything else. So just go ahead and put that all the way up into the home position. And at that point, you'll just pull your slide lock down and your weapon is back together. Now this weapon it's also an economical weapon to own. I bought mine used, but was just at the gun and knife show over the last weekend. And some of the brand new Sig Sauers, not the P250 models, but I can't remember the actual model number of them, but they look very comparable to this. Some very much nicer than the one that I have. We're in the $600 to $700 range for new. I bought this one, like I said, used at a gun shop, National Armory here in Nashville, Tennessee, and it was $379 on the shelf, and about $450 with tax and all. So a very economical weapon for home defense, and also just target shooting. 9mm ammo is not that expensive. I'm not sure what expensive is as compared to your area or region, but we bought 1,000 rounds at the gun show for I think $230. You can get them at your local Walmart as long as they have them in stock. 100 rounds for about 26, 27 bucks. Enough to go target shooting for the day, and it's a very gratifying feeling to be able to get out there and shoot this weapon. It does take a little bit of getting used to, at least for me it did, as far as the accuracy of it, but it was a very quick study. So it's not something that would be outside of the realm of even a brand new shooter's realm of possibility. It had been a very long time since I had shot a handgun, so I do consider myself a novice, but am now confident that I can hit a target at 45 feet. I could also hit the target all the way down range with no misses. So it's not a hard gun to learn to use. Again, empty here. empty there, as you just saw, no clip. The trick to the weapon, as far as getting accuracy goes, is go ahead and get your sight picture. And as most shooters know, you're focusing on your sights and not the actual target. You will be able to see the target, and it should be a little bit blurry, and that's okay. And with this weapon, you have to learn to load that trigger up. Okay, you pull, and you will get a feel for where that break point is in that trigger. Okay, and once you have that, it's only just a very short pull away from you putting that bullet down range and you hitting your target accurately. And once you get a feel for that pull, you can also do it pretty quickly, even with the kick of the gun. It being 9mm, it is not a large kicking weapon, but it does kick some, and it will be something to get used to if you've only been shooting target pistols such as a 22 or so. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial on how to break the Sig Sauer P250 down 9mm. I know it is a gun that I enjoy, and probably will own for the rest of my life. I don't see me ever getting rid of this firearm. It's just perfect. I mean, it is a double stack clip, holds 15, which is a little bit wide, but me having large hands, it fits me perfectly. Again, Sig Sauer P250. Folks, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you've enjoyed the short breakdown tutorial on this, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye-bye.